Welcome back to Yoga with Krysta. Today is day 3 of our 7-day challenge, Happy Hips and Hamstrings. So find your seat in Sukhasana, your easy pose. And then on your next inhale, begin to sweep your arms all the way up overhead. Arms reach high, palms press. And then exhale, take your twist over to the right side. So lengthen as you inhale. And then exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms reach back up. Exhale, take your twist off to the left side. Nice strong spine here. Come back to center, untwist, reach it up. Hands come down through the heart. Walk your hands forward. So any amount here, maybe your forehead gets heavy, maybe you come down onto the fingertips or down onto your forearms. You're going to start to feel a stretch through the outer hip and the IT band and into the glute of the leg that's in front. Begin to walk your fingertips over toward the left side. So really stretching out across the hip and the back. Come back to center over to the right side. So stay on the fingertips. Keep reaching. Folding over, and take it back to center once more. Lengthen the spine here. Slowly start to lift your body back up and just switch the cross of the legs. So whichever was in front is now behind, and then walk your hands forward again. Allow your forehead to get heavy if possible. Nice full breathing. And then walk those fingertips out over to the left side. Nice little stretch through the back side of the body. And come back to center over toward the right. Slowly come back to center. Keep reaching forward. Full breathing. And then come all the way back up into your seat. And then we're just going to shift the weight forward. Come onto the hands and knees, finding our table. Start to move through your cat and cow poses. So just starting to inhale, the belly drops, open through the ribs. And as you exhale, round through the back side of the spine. Getting into the hips, getting into the shoulders, mobilizing the spine. And then eventually the toes tuck under. Press it all the way back, downward facing dog. Notice your breath. Gaze comes forward. And we're going to step up to the front. Find our flat back, lengthen. Exhale to fold over. Inhale, reach it on up. Palms press up overhead. And hands lower down through the heart and down to the sides. Inhale it up and lengthen. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, find your flat back. And as you exhale, lower the hand step or float back. Take your vinyasa. So meeting all the way back in down dog. However you want to get there is up to you. Inhale, the right leg starts to lift. And then step it up outside of the right hand for lizard pose. So keep the back knee lifted right now. Just reaching the heart and the hips forward. And then step the left foot up to meet it, finding your malasana, Yogi Squat. So hands together in front of the heart. Roll the chest open. Keep lifting the heart. And then drop the hands down. We're going to step the left foot back. Find your lizard pose. So back where we came from. And then step the right foot back. Shift it all the way into down dog, so hips lift high. Start to shift forward to plank pose. Core stays engaged. Lower to the belly. Inhale, find your back bend, whatever feels good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step it on the outside of the left hand, finding that active lizard, so keeping the right knee lifted. And then keep the core nice and strong. We're going to step that right foot up on the outside of the hand, landing in our Yogi Squat, Malasana. So really sinking the hips down, really lengthening and reaching through the crown of the head. From here, lower the hands down, step the right foot back, find your full active lizard, and then the left foot steps back. Lower chaturanga, inhale, upward facing, exhale to down dog. From here, the right leg starts to lift. As we're going to step it up in between the hands, find warrior two. So really focus here on pressing that front knee open and energizing both of the legs so that back leg is really strong. Inhale, reach up, straighten the front leg, and exhale, come back into warrior two. We're going to do that a few times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straightening the body, reaching. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, press into your warrior two. Start to lengthen that front leg as you turn the foot toward the side, and then inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, fold in half. So starting to lower the palms down, let the crown of the head get really heavy, shifting maybe a little bit of weight forward into the balls of the feet. Lower belly's pulling up and in here, and then walk your hands out in front of you to your flat back. Take your hands at your hips as you root down to rise. Right foot points forward, press into that front knee, warrior two. Revolve your warrior, reach all the way back through those fingers, and then cartwheel the hands on the inside of that right foot for another version of our active lizard, and then lower the back knee down. From here, turn the right foot open, so you're pressing the right thigh away. Find that rotation, and then to go deeper if you'd like, start to bend the left knee, catch the foot behind you. Work the foot a little bit closer towards you. Start to release what you have, slide the hips back, lengthen that right leg, and then fold over. Full breathing. Maybe you point your toes, maybe you flex your foot, and you'll get a different stretch depending on which one you're doing. From here, the hands can come to the inside of the foot. We're coming back into our lizard pose and then stepping into down dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts, and then step it up in between the hands, warrior two. So really activating both of the legs, pressing equally into the feet, and that back foot is really strong. Full breath here. And then as you exhale, reach on up, palms press. Inhale back into your warrior two. Come back up, straightening the body, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, press into that front knee. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Actually, one more. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, press into your warrior two. Steady breath right here. Straighten the front leg. Turn your feet to the side. Interlace your fingers behind you. Lift your heart, open your chest, and then fold. So you should feel a nice big stretch in the shoulders. We're shifting a little bit of weight forward into the balls of the feet. Seeing if the head can get even heavier. Root down to rise up. Release and shake out your arms. Left toes turn forward. Warrior two again. Arms lengthen. Cartwheel the hands on the inside of the foot. Finding that lizard pose, we're going to lower the back knee. And then taking the stretch a little deeper, peel the big toe side of that left foot open. Press your thigh away. So you're finding a rotation toward the left side. Feel free to bend the right knee to go deeper and catch your foot behind you. Working the foot a little closer. Big stretch in the quad. Release what you have. Straighten that front leg right into Ardha Hanumanasana, our half splits. So you can flex your foot or you can point your toes. Either way is fine. Can go back and forth, flexing and pointing. And then eventually the hands come on the inside of the foot again. We're shifting the hips forward, back toes tuck under, press all the way downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let your heels get heavier, and then inhale, the right leg lifts, shift it through to land in your half pigeon. So Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Keep in mind you can always support the right hip with a block or a blanket. Come up onto the fingers as you open your chest, and then exhale to lower down. So maybe your forehead is coming down onto the backs of the hands or even the ground. And notice here if you're able to release any kind of tension. So what are you holding on to that you don't need anymore, that might not be serving you? How can you send some breath into those areas that are feeling tight? And then we'll slowly start to lift back up. And then go ahead and tuck your left toes under, stretch the right leg nice and high behind you for three-legged dog. Roll the knee, the hip, and the ankle, and then come back into down dog. Inhale, left leg, and then shift it through right into your half pigeon. So walking that left foot forward as much as it feels good. So we're aiming towards a parallel line with the front edge of the mat, but if that's too intense, just walk it back toward the right hip. And then folding forward when you're ready. Nice, full, steady breathing. Relaxing through the jaw, relaxing through the neck and the shoulders. Notice any kind of tension that you're holding in the hips. And see if you can release that. And we'll start to come back up onto the hands. Lift your chest, open the heart. And the right toes are going to tuck under. Lift the right knee, stretch the left leg high, roll it around. Knee, hip, and ankle, and then come back into down dog. From here, take the gaze forward, step or float the feet through, come down to the sits bones. Lay all the way down onto your back, hug the knees into your chest, and then pull the right knee in nice and tight as you extend the left leg long. Feel free to roll your right ankle if that feels good. And then extend the right leg high. You can stay here with the hands at the back of the hamstrings, or if you have the flexibility, go ahead and reach toward your big toe with your index finger and middle finger, loop it with your thumb, and then draw the foot a little closer towards you. From here, we're opening the leg out toward the right side. So getting a big stretch through the hip. Come back to center, and then bend the right knee again, pull it in nice and tight. Find a half happy baby. So the hand comes around the outer edge of that right foot. Nice big stretch in the hip. And then extend the leg, shake it out. We're switching sides, so left knee comes up, pull it in nice and tight. Feel free to roll your ankle, and then extend that left leg long. Again, you can either take the hands at the back of the hamstring or find your yoga toe grip. Stay connected to the breath. And then we're going to allow that leg to come open to the left side. Feel free to take the right hand on top of the hip just to ground it down a little bit more. Come back to center. Hug the knee back in as you take a half happy baby. So left hand comes around the outer edge of the foot, open through the hip. Pull the knee in once more, And then extend the leg long, shake it on out. From here, feet come down, and you can just kind of swish the knees left and right. So getting rid of any kind of tension. Release the legs nice and long, coming down into Shavasana. And our quote today comes from Joseph Campbell. We cannot cure the sorrows of the world, but we can choose to live in joy. So allow your breath to deepen. You can start to send some life and movement back into the fingers. Roll your ankles, lift your arms up overhead, and then roll off to your side. Just cradle your knees into your chest and start to press yourself up. Find a comfortable and easy seat. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Notice all the work that you did today. And just thank yourself for choosing to show up, for choosing to be here, and to honor yourself. Let your hands come together in front of your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your own practice with me today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in class today. I hope that your hips and your hamstrings feel really great. And I will see you tomorrow for day 4 of our challenge.